Hello everybody, welcome back to T.E.A.R.S. Now this evening I'm going to be playing Battle Squadron. Now unlike Rise of the Robots, this is actually a really good game. And check out this music. I mean, wow, this really is incredible. It's probably one of the best tunes I've heard ever on the Amiga. And I don't know about you, but it reminds me of remember that old song by Kraftwerk, the model. The bit that goes that bit does remind me of that song. Anyway, back to the game. Basically, the story is that the universe is currently constantly under threat from the Barracks Empire, and basically what's happened is that Commander Barry D. Mayers and Commander Laurie Bergin, they're returning home from a mission when they get picked up by a Barracks Nova Cruiser, and basically they've been taken hostage, and it's your job to go rescue them. And of course, as with most shoot-em-ups, this is a 1 or 2 player game. And in fact, with this game, you can either play, I think, with either the joystick or the mouse, which is quite strange for a shoot-em-up, playing the shoot-em-up with the mouse. But no, what I really like this game, apart from the excellent music, is the fact that it's really different. It's actually quite different to most other shooters. Basically, what you do first is that you start off on planet Terrania, and basically that's the only planet you play on. But what you do first is that you go along the surface first, taking out defences and stuff. And what you do is rather than do it level by level, that's what most shoot-em-ups do. This one, as you go along the surface, every now and then you'll come across one of these big holes in the planet, and basically they'll take you down towards the inside of the planet. And basically, there's about 3 or 4 of them in this game. And what you do is you have to clear all 3 of these inside the planet stages. And then you have to go and face the Barracks Empire. And another thing that's really different as well is the way the weapons work. Basically, on most other shoot-em-ups, you get a power-up. That's the weapon you get, and that is the weapon. But with Battle Squadron, however, not only do you just get that weapon, but basically what happens is it upgrades your weapon level. So as you can see, I've just started a new game, and basically you start off with the absolute minimal weapon, which is the first, which is like the fire sort of weapon, and you start off on the first level. When I get my next power up, not only may my weapon change, but I'd also be upgraded to weapon level 2, if you know what I mean. So I've just picked up a new power up, and now my weapon level's actually been upgraded. So I'm actually on level weapon level 2 for this current weapon. Now, when you die, you actually drop back a level, but you still keep the same weapon. So it's not like most ships like R-Type where you like lose all your power-ups. But yeah, it's quite effective the way the game works. Now you also get a special missile called the Nova missile. I'll tell you, and that's on the Amiga. That's pulled off in a very special way. I'll explain about it later. See it. The graphics wise, the game looks pretty damn amazing for a game released in 1989. It really does look very impressive. So now, obviously you can't tell from this video, but the background scrolls at 50 frames per second, and so does your ship and the bullets. However, the baddies, they move at 25 frames a second, which is a little weird at first. Kind of makes the game look a little cheap, but after a while, it actually comes quite effective. One thing that really stands out for me in this game as well is the attack patterns. They've been really well thought out, and I don't know, and as you can see there's some flashing enemies there though. That's because they're like partially invisible. They've got like special cloaking devices on them. But I like the fact that they're not totally invisible, otherwise it would make the game really difficult. Because I like the fact they've chosen the style that you can see, the Predator style invisibility that you saw there on those invisible ships. I think that's really quite effective. Anyway, I'm just coming up to one of the first holes. Yeah, that's what it says, enter here. Now I've just pulled off the Nova missile. Now on the Amiga, because most Amigas all 6 only had one button, what you had to do is you had to launch the Nova missile while pressing the button on the keyboard, or pressing like a second fire button. What you did is you actually had to press and hold the fire button and move the joystick in a circle, which yeah, it was pretty handy if you had a one-button joystick, which meant that it meant that you could actually play the game entirely on the joystick. Now, if you're playing it on the mouse, you use the left mouse button to shoot and the right mouse button to fire the missile. Now, this game is actually very difficult, so you'll be using the missiles quite a lot. I mean, some of the attack patterns in this game really are challenging. I mean, you are just going to get absolutely slaughtered. You are actually just going to face an onslaught of baddies and bullets a lot of the time. So it's getting pretty busy already. Well, not now, but in a minute you'll see how really busy the game can get. Anyway, I've just gone down one of the levels here. This is the first one. There's like I said, there's a total of like 3 or 4 underground levels on the map, on planet T.E.A.R.S. And like I said, once you've done all 3 or 4 of them, you have to go and face the Barracks Empire yourself. Now, due to the sheer difficulty level of this game, I've never been able to finish it. It's definitely one of those games that you'll need an infinite lives poke. Yeah, so you definitely need quite a few cheats for this one. Right, it's not very long until I reach my first baddie. I mean, the other baddies in this game are tough enough to beat anyway. I mean, those big flying creatures there, they can be really tough if you don't have a good enough weapon. I just love the music in this game. I mean, even the in-game level music is fantastic. I mean, just listen to it. Anyway, I've just come up to my first baddie. Now you'll see how difficult this game really can get. I mean, look at the bullets that he's trying to fire at me. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Just crashed into him. I was firing the missile. Obviously got a bit too close for him. I've just fired up another missile. But yeah, when I'm not firing the missile, look how busy the bullets get. They literally just follow you everywhere. That's how tough this game can get. Now I think there's one level actually where you'll get enemies that come at you from behind, and that is one level I have such great difficulty with. because it's just so annoying. You've got the onslaught of enemies coming towards you, and yet you've always got the ones coming behind you as well. So it's a really difficult game. It's not frustrating or unfair. It is just really challenging. And in a way, that's really good, because I love to play games that are a good challenge every now and then. Okay, so I've just defeated my first boss. He actually appears at the end of this level as well. Of course, you get different bosses for each level. Now, there's probably not many of you would have played this game actually, because quite frankly, when this first came out in 1989, it was originally only released for the Amiga. But it was, however, later ported to the Sega Mega Drive by Electronic Arts, which I have played, and it's good, but not as good as this version. Anyway, I've just died, so I'm just going to put my name. Another version, however, that is really worth of note is the recent iPhone version of this game, which was actually developed by the same people who developed this Amiga version. And I'll tell you something, it is absolutely brilliant. You should definitely check it out. The controls are absolutely fantastic in that version, and it literally is just like the Amiga version. Anyway, I've just died. Hope you really enjoyed this game review. I'm going to give this game 5 out of 5.
Things like this, things like that.
It's all good in the long run.